Hey everyone, welcome to Make Your Money Matter. I'm your host, Brad Barrett. I'm also a managing director and partner here at One Capital Management, and I'm here each and every week to educate you on all things financial and investing so you can make the best informed decisions about your money because after all, your money matters. Now, on the Make Your Money Matter show today, I want to share with you what we see every day here at One Capital Management with our clients privately and some of the common denominators that I've been seeing as an advisor as of late. Now, I've seen this over 20 years, but it's come to light this year. These are all traits that I think we can all be like, yep, that's me. But before we jump into these myths and lies that we tell ourselves about money, make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit the notifications bell so you don't miss a single episode. All right, let's get into it. Goals and target numbers of earnings and saving budgets are great. I don't want to muddle these lines here. So one of the things we tell ourselves is that there are distinct lines that we need to make sure we just don't cross. That's something as an advisor I do for our clients. The first one is this happier conversation, the happier about this certain amount. Oh, if I just had this, I'd be happier. Now, again, I want to reiterate, goals and target numbers about savings or investments are great, but here's the line. If you make the mistake of thinking some magic number is going to fix all the other areas in your life, you're dead wrong. That's when it becomes problematic. Basically, when we tell ourselves this money myth, this number one money myth, we put too much emotion into a single number. And we may be setting ourselves up for disappointment for a couple reasons. One, if we never get the money, it's a disappointment. And two, if we do get it and realize it actually doesn't make us happy as we thought it should, well, what then? The good news here is studies have actually shown that making progress toward our goals can be incredibly satisfying regardless of whether or not you hit the target. Something my wife, Veronica, always says when we're cleaning up at night after we put the kids down, we're cleaning up the kitchen, doing that kind of stuff. We do all that work every night to be kind to ourselves tomorrow. I love that. When you get up in the morning, it's nice to have a clean house. It's nice to have a clean kitchen. One way or the other, you got to do the work, right? I mean, that's our philosophy. I'd at least rather go to bed and have done the work and get up and start fresh. So it's the idea of also making sure that you're kind to your tomorrow self. I have plenty of time to plan for my financial future. I don't need to think about it yet. Okay, again, the question's gonna come. Have you said that to yourself before? The future for many can seem really far away. I get it, especially when you're looking down 10, 20, or 30 years, when we feel like we have a lot of room between now and then, and it's easy to make excuses to not plan or save for it, and I get it. And this money myth is really an excuse for what I'll call procrastination. Let's just be honest. It's the rationale we use when we have a hard time managing our negative feelings or uncertainties about our financial future. And it makes us turn, I'll say, a blind eye to the years of interest, by the way, that we lose out on when we don't plan or invest today. Look, there's a happy anecdote, a dopamine hit, a serotonin hit, if you will, when we're able to achieve goals. So instead of attaching it to your money like a dollar amount, you'll be able to get happy when you get that amount set and set the course instead. There's been countless studies that show that actually creates more consistent happiness and emotional feelings than either the stress of trying to hit it and then not hitting it, or hitting it, which is worse, and realizing it wasn't actually the goal that would make you happy. So the concept here I want to bring up to put a bow on this week's show is wanting more is bad. I think we all can agree that obsessive greed is wrong. It's not a bad thing, though, to want more for you and your loved ones. That's called caring for those around you and being prudent with the gifts you've been given. So when we tell ourselves this one myth, we shouldn't want more than we have. We sometimes tend to settle for less. There's a big conversation I have with my family, with my kids, and within our own Bible study, in fact. And we talk about this, a lot of the difference between being content and being complacent. And we may be tricking ourselves into thinking it's okay that we're not doing something or enough to improve our financial situation. And this money myth, I think, holds us back, in my opinion. And it can make it hard to actually improve our financial behaviors. And when we frame wanting more as a positive motivator, it can be easier to take the chances or do the work. That's what I really want to focus on. Do the work needed to get to that next financial level that you may want or need. And by the way, I think we all know this, but it's worth noting here again that it's not going to be a smooth ride. There's going to be bumps in the road. I mean, that's life. There will be items in the budget that you did not plan for. that have to go out that may set you back. So there's going to be obstacles along the way that I think are really important on understanding how you are setting your goals, when it comes to your money. So with that said, let me ask this final question here. How many of these myths, these money myths that I brought up, or the lies, I should say, that we tell ourselves sound like something you've told yourself? At some point, I think we all can admit that we've tricked ourselves with at least one of these. Maybe we're rationalizing a decision, or we're trying to make ourselves feel better about what we wanted to do with our money, and we probably didn't make the best financial choices as a result. Here's the truth. Honesty goes a long way when it comes to your money. When we tell ourselves, or what we tell ourselves, I should say, and what we believe about money influences our financial behaviors. And if we're not telling ourselves the truth to ourselves about our own money, our money lies won't just drain our wallets. They can affect our financial awareness and inflate our confidence and do a whole host of other things. And I think they get in the way of maintaining a growing wealth. When you attach an object and you don't hit it, it tends to regress more than anything. So when you recognize the money myths that we believe, that I mentioned today, we can reset our thinking. We can change our mindset and actually start taking action. We don't get this paralysis by analysis. And that sets us up, I think we all can agree with that make better choices and make more progress toward our bigger financial goals. And we've always had certain things that go on within a calendar year of what we call economic uncertainties. To many economists, we call this black swan events. There's a study that goes around about black swan events. There's roughly, on average, about 200 of them every year. They can be as small as someone said something, and they can be as big as a recession. But the idea of managing through that, sticking to your plan, getting your course in line and making sure that your emotional happiness is not attached to a number or a money concept, and making sure they aren't lying to you. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that today. If you did, make sure to subscribe to our show so you don't miss a single episode. Always remember to make your money matter.